Hey, what's up guys? Sorry that I haven't uploaded in a while. I'm in the process of getting lights so that I don't have to rely on the sun every time I record a video, but I promise more commentaries are coming soon. And I know this video is a little off topic from what my channel normally features, but in the future I plan to do more philosophy and dive into anime, TV, movies, and show how it relates to real life, so I figured this would be a good exercise for me to get into that. So if you want to see more of this type of content, please let me know. Thanks. Also, before we dive into anything, if you only watch the anime of Boku no Hero Academia and don't read the manga or aren't caught up, please click away from this video now as it will contain spoilers. You have been warned. Yuga Aoyama, everyone's favorite Japanese French dude, is not the traitor of UA. Now, in order to explain this, we first need to understand why Aoyama is suspicious in the first place. Now, before chapter 176 of the manga, we don't know too much about Aoyama, other than that he really loves himself, and is a bit of a social outcast. And besides the fact that we don't know where he is during the USJ incident, there's not much to suggest that he's the traitor before this chapter. But more on this later. The first area of question is Aoyama's behavior towards Izuku in chapter 176. He's suddenly drawn to our main character, being nice to him and giving him cheese. This comes to a climax when Aoyama sneaks around the dorm onto Izuku's veranda and leaves a plate of cheese spelling the words, "I know." Now this behavior is suspect enough, but what really ties it together is when the students are practicing their super moves. Aoyama is practicing his navel laser and suddenly feels ill due to his quirk straining his body. As Izuku helps him out, Aoyama confides in him that his quirk is also not suitable for his body. Here, Aoyama could be trying to prove that they are both outcasts, and could be trying to lure Izuku towards villainy. Now it's clear that the League of Villains has an interest in all things concerning All Might. If they were able to acquire someone like him, like Izuku, they'd be unstoppable. Let's remember that Aoyama is a very perceptive character. Although he may not appear in many frames of the comic and might not say much when he does, we shouldn't forget this. Now during the final exam, Aoyama is paired with Ochako, and in their battle with 13, he makes a very interesting observation about her. If Aoyama is this perceptive, even without interacting with the majority of the characters, he could know a lot about Izuku's quirk and his relationship to All Might. This quality would make him very valuable to the League of Villains. However, it's Aoyama's general personality, specifically his aloofness, that makes him most suspicious to me. Aoyama is usually alone. He never eats lunch with any of the other students. When the villains broke into UA, it was around lunchtime, and where was Aoyama? He was nowhere to be found. To add to this, during the incident at the USJ, Aoyama asks everyone a question at the end. We don't know where Aoyama was warped to. Even someone we don't see, Hagakure, has an explanation at the end. If Aoyama was working with the League of Villains, it would make sense for Dark Mist not to warp him into one of the danger zones, and instead place him outside of the facility where he could be safe. Despite all of this questionable behavior by Aoyama, he's not the traitor within UA. So now let's break all these behaviors down, starting with the cheesy veranda. Yes, Aoyama's creeping around and even spying on Izuku does look very suspicious, and it's pretty weird when someone force feeds you cheese, but I believe this is Aoyama's socially awkward way of trying to be friends with Izuku. Aoyama is drawn to Izuku because he realizes, just like him, Izuku is an outsider. Now that Izuku has taken center stage, Aoyama wants to know how to do this for himself. And as we all know, Aoyama loves the attention.
なんて立ってるだけで目立つからスカウトの目に止まりっぱなしになるよね。
In terms of other behaviors, Aoyama always eats lunch alone. Even when he's invited to the cafeteria by students from Class 1A, he turns them down, showing a different taste. And while this doesn't necessarily mean he's innocent, I believe it's an extension of his personality, a personality which can be attributed to his other behaviors. While we don't know where Aoyama is during the USJ attack, I believe he's just hiding. His character has shown multiple times that he's a bit of a coward. During the training camp arc, Aoyama is hiding while everyone else is off in the woods fighting villains. In fact, he only makes an appearance at the very end, where he tries in a last-ditch effort to use his laser to stop Bakugo from being kidnapped. When the students are taking the license exam, Aoyama basically gives up and shoots his laser towards the sky. Even though he passed the exam, he was very quick to give up. It seems more likely that Aoyama was hiding during the USJ event, and that his character is still developing. The last thing I'd like to say about being a traitor is, Aoyama isn't really liked by anyone too much in the class.
I cannot stop twinkling.
Or the readers in general. Whoever the traitor is, I believe Horikoshi is gonna make it hurt. If Aoyama was suddenly to turn on everyone right now, readers would say, oh, who cares, it's just that guy. The best traitors, no matter what the story is always someone that the main character is either close to or trusts, and usually it's both. The one thing I'll say about Aoyama is, he should be careful. The dorm the students are living at was specifically designed to out the traitor. If Aoyama keeps up his questionable behavior, he might be outed as the traitor, and the real traitor might let him take the fall. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Share this video with a friend, and let me know down below who you think the traitor is.